Special education is a type of education provided to students who have needs that are different from your typical child. Sometimes they're academic, sometimes they're emotional, sometimes it's behavioral, but it's a curriculum designed specifically for children with special needs. Students at St. Marcus are selected through a random selection process. By law, we need to select students randomly without interviewing or testing. So first come, first served, period, no exceptions.
As a toddler, Donald had several seizures through about the age of 4. The multiple seizures caused some cognitive delays. He's had a lot of brain damage. St. Marcus provides him with one-on-one instruction. He receives that through Nessie and also through the special education teacher here, Paula Adamson.
An individual education plan, also known as an IEP, is a plan designed to meet the needs of a student with disabilities. A student would receive an IEP through a process of a referral to a public school where a group of educators would do an evaluation, observation, and determine whether or not a student meets criteria for a disability. At the end of the IEP process, families are given an option to attend an MPS school or remain at St. Marcus. Of the 90 IEP meetings I've attended, every family has chosen to stay at St. Marcus.
My daughter Jade has a disorder of ODD, which is oppositional defiance disorder, where it's hard for her to take in authority from teachers or staff or maybe parents. The services that Jade receives is a counselor that comes to see her 2 times a week. At our last IEP meeting, they suggested that I get the services from NPS to help Jade, but I think Jade needs the steady environment that she's been in to help her more. With St. Marcus, they will not let me down, let Jade down at all. We try every day, and I love St. Marcus for their patience.
When Anthony first started here at St. Marcus in the 7th grade, he was reading at a 1st grade reading level, and now that he's in 8th grade, he's reading at a 4th grade reading level. Since Anthony's been at St. Marcus, his confidence has improved greatly. He's asking more questions in class, interacting with his peers more.
There are multiple reasons why private schools oftentimes don't put students through the MPS IEP process or indeed designate them as special needs students. Most common reason is many parents and many schools believe that the labeling of students is unproductive. A second reason would be that many schools like St. Marcus find ways to address the needs of the special education students without actually labeling them. So the child may have a disability, may even have received an IEP at a previous school, but the child isn't actively identified as or diagnosed as a special needs student. The final reason is that it takes a vast amount of staff and administrative time to push students through the IEP process. And the sad reality is that on the end of that process, if a student does get diagnosed and deserves special education services, the maximum amount that can be provided by MPS is 1/2 hour once per week. And as I'm sure that you can imagine and appreciate, that actually has very little impact on the child's progress or improvement towards meeting their IEP goals.
The struggles I noticed with Priya's behavior was wandering in and out of class, not showing up to class, presenting a lot of anger that she couldn't even focus on her schoolwork.
The biggest difference between my old school and St. Marcus is that I can focus more on my work here at St. Marcus.
St. Marcus provides her the Title I, Power Hour, and college prep when needed. Priya was invited to join a stress group here at St. Marcus that she enjoys going to. She brings those techniques home and incorporate them at home too, as well as at school. She joined the junior choir, praise dancing. She loved going on the DA trip for the first time. I was pretty shocked she wanted to go. So St. Marcus has definitely helped her personality and her confidence boost. I do agree Priya has very much outgrown her emotional behavior disorder at St. Marcus.
St. Marcus not only empowers the kids academically, they empower them as children, emotionally, spiritually. Donald has grown tremendously as a young man. St. Marcus has given him confidence that he didn't once have, and that confidence is helping him to succeed academically.
The child receives very few services from MPS, so we fill the gap with our own services. We have a full-time special education teacher who does one-on-one instruction and who does small group instruction. We have 3 teachers that are paid for through title funding, which is federal money, and they see all throughout the day small groups of 4 to 8 students, many of whom do have IEPs, and they get additional instruction in reading and math. And finally, for our most common students, we also give them additional instruction outside of class. So our power hour goes from 4:15 to 5 p.m. And then our college prep center, which some of our special needs students participate in, goes all the way until 8:30 at night. So those students get additional tutoring, one-on-one help, assistance with their homework, so they can leave at the end of the day feeling highly successful with their homework done. And then finally, we operate a Saturday school program for some of our students with special needs and a summer school program. And all of those services help to wrap around the students and give them a vision for success despite their disabilities.